That's not what I wanted. Yeah, I've got more access to the roller coaster that you didn't want in the first place. More access to the rock climbing that you didn't want in the first place.
Right.
More access to, I don't know, the fucking walking on the trails, which weren't being charged in the first place.
Yeah.
More access to, like, I don't know, what else is there? The mini putt.
Or the
More
paddle
access to the
boats?
paddle boats and the mini putt, which you weren't going to use in the first place. More access to things you didn't want at the cost of the things you did want.
What's up, Dorkalicious? My name is Lydia.
I'm gonna G.
And today we're gonna be...
Yeah, we're talking about Yeticon, one of the best conventions, in my personal opinion.
Same.
In Ontario, right?
Yeah. Yes. So what is Yeticon? So Yeticon, essentially what it is, it's a convention, it's an anime convention in Collingwood at Blue Mountain Resort. So when you think of like the Canadian convention scene, right? Anime North is very, compact, tight, attendance caps, 30,000 people, like lots and lots of very big and busy, very planned out, So it's kind of like, it can be a little bit intimidating, right?
It can be, yeah.
So what we love about Yeticon is the fact that it feels like a vacation, right?
It does.
So you have to drive up to Collingwood, which in itself is an adventure because it's about a 3-hour drive from like, middle of where we are. So yeah, you go up to Yeticon, you stay usually like on site, and that's the best place to stay. You can also stay other places as well.
Ooh, yeah, that's a whole
yeah, we're gonna talk about that, yeah. And then so then you go and you dress in cosplay and meet your fellow nerds, and there's usually lots of like fun things to do. So this year in 2022, it was...
It's the return. The return after everyone knows basically everything in Ontario was shut down for 2 years, right? So this year was the return of Yeticon.
Yeah.
And there's a whole bunch of hiccups involved in returning, which I think... Do you want to get into that?
Yeah,
we could get into that at some point.
We're gonna get into that now. So essentially, with Anime North, they were having a masking policy that was very controversial. With Yeticon, they handled it well. It was kind of like mask at your own.
Do what you feel comfortable.
Right, exactly. Yeah. And really, I think that was probably the best choice, honestly, because it wasn't like an enforcement. It was more like, if you need this, wear this. So I wore my mask the whole weekend. Not a lot of people did, but it's because Yeticon is so spaced out. There's so much air, so much freshness that it's very
spacious.
Yeah.
The attendance is just smaller.
Yeah.
Partly because of just getting up there, right?
Right.
It's a long haul. What is it, 2 to 3 hours from where we are just to get there.
Yeah.
Never mind, all the paying to stay there, etc.
Paying to park there. Like there's, it's a bit. It's
a journey.
It's a journey. Yes,
Yeticon is essentially the equivalent of ColossalCon in the States. That's their one that's like a resort.
Oh yeah.
It's like a water park resort.
That's right. Yeah. So this is kind of like has a similar vein, right? So like
it's honestly one of the best conventions ever, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. At Anime North, you're gonna get better dealers. You're gonna get more panels, more everything, because it's just
more people,
location, right? More people, easier to access. They kind of are like cyclical, right? You're gonna get more people because it's easier to access, and then it just kind of snowballs. Yeah. So anyways, that kind of brings us to Yeticon 2023.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Really quickly, want to mention that we did get media passes for 2022. So we are covering 2022. Essentially, long story short, great place. 100% would recommend.
It was, Yeticon 2022 was awesome.
Yeah.
Everything about it was really positive. It was really nice to just see everything back.
Yeah.
Everyone is always like a lot more, I would say, chipper or happy at Yeticon compared to other conventions, because a lot of conventions start to feel very corporate.
Yes.
Corporate.
Yes.
I think even Anime North to a degree starts to feel corporate.
Yeah.
And processed, and I don't really know the right word, but it's like, it definitely feels very much like
more community based.
Yeticon is very community oriented, and everyone's just in a much happier mood to be there. Yeah. Even though it's in the summer and you're all roasting, you're still having like a good time. Yeah. I
will say probably the only negatives of Yeticon is mostly because it's at a resort where it's not fully booked.
The normies. Okay, I didn't even think about that. But yeah, the normies, as the con goers would say, right? Is like, yeah, you definitely get a lot of strange interactions where you've got the cosplayers and you've got like some ladies that are there for like their bachelorette party, and they're like giving this cosplayers like the evil eye, and you're like, hey, this is awkward.
Yeah.
And this wouldn't happen at like a normal convention center.
Right.
Whereas it will happen at Yeticon because it's like a mix of two groups of people.
Right.
As long as you're able to turn that off and not pay attention, you can still have a great time. But I will definitely agree that, that's something that's difficult to deal with. Like, even as someone like, we weren't cosplaying last year.
Well, I did.
You did. I didn't.
Yeah.
But when we were at the pub, I remember like hearing normies like talking about the cosplayers as they were walking by and being like, you guys are such jerks to be like so rude about it, and just be like, they're just enjoying their time. Just let them enjoy their time. Yeah. Anyways,
sorry, one more thing. Also, being at the pool parties, in cosplay can be a little bit awkward when there's other people like literally lined up on the fence watching you. Yeah. That is a little bit much. But I mean, as long as like you said, as long as you can turn it off, like that's the only detriment is that Yeticon is not fully booked by cosplayers.
By the con convention.
Because I mean, if that was the case, then absolutely we would have no problem. But because there's like normal people around as well, it does.
It can get feeling hostile.
It can be,
a little bit like, what are these people doing here, right? You're just like, like, what is your problem for judging? Like, just mind your own business. Let these people have a good time.
The immersion tends to go away a little bit because, like, at Anime North, you're flooded by people. And nobody...
You can't go 2 steps without a cosplayer or something.
Yeah, and because people are going there specifically for anime, the normies will not be there. Whereas here, you will kind of like run into them, which, I mean, that's not Yeticon's fault at all.
No. That does become a major factor with what's going to happen with 2023.
Yes.
Which I think we can use as a jumping off point to going into 2023. Because, guys, there are major changes coming for Yeticon 2023, and this could mean more impact from the quote-unquote normies.
Yes.
Right? So let's go over to their announcement.
Yes. The announcement was just released today.
Yes.
So is it okay if I read it?
Go ahead.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so this is from the Yeticon website. The Yeticon will take place from June 17th to 18th. So that's weird because that's like a day short changed.
Yeah, 1 day shorter.
So it says, please read for important news. And this came out today, November 24th. In order for Yeticon to continue existing, we've had to make some big changes for 2023.
That already sounds bad, but okay, let's continue.
The writing was on the wall, especially this year, because as a con goer, I noticed a lot of hostility from Blue Mountain staff. So something wasn't right. Yeah. There wasn't anything, like no one said anything outright, but something felt weird.
We've heard a few things through the grapevine, which we'll let you in on.
Well, after this, Okay, so let's keep reading. Okay, Yeticon 2023 will be a 2-day event focusing on cosplay, exhibitors, and Blue Mountain activities. So already, that is read between the lines.
Say those again.
Cosplay, exhibitors.
What are exhibitors?
Exhibitors is the dealer's room.
Dealer's room, okay.
So cosplay, the dealer's room, and Blue Mountain.
Most cosplay takes place in the public area, not in the convention hall. So traditionally, Yeticon every year that it's run has rented out the entire convention center.
Yes.
As well as being able to leverage Blue Mountain's like a public area.
Right, exactly. Yeah, there's lots of like programming, like we'll show you in a minute, just because it's
there's quite a bit to go through, guys. So strap yourself in.
Strap yourself in. Let's go. Okay, it says while 2023 won't include traditional programming like panels and guests,
which sounds terrible. Why would you get rid of panels and guests?
Yeah. The weekend pass will be deeply discounted in comparison to previous years, and access to activities will be better than before. Okay.
Interesting.
Okay, so okay, all right.
Let's continue reading and then we'll discuss.
I know, yeah. All right, we've worked out a sizable discount with Blue Mountain on their Play All Day Pass for Yeticon attendees.
Okay, so I just want to say Play All Day Pass is something Blue Mountain already has.
Yes.
Right? So it's just you're getting a discount because you're part of Yeticon.
Right, exactly.
It's not like this is a Yeticon exclusive.
Exactly. Over the Yeticon Pass and the optional purchase of a discounted Play All Day Pass will come together to be around the price of past Yeticons. So like we're looking around like, wait, I think $50, $60-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. However, the advantage you get is far greater than the past. You will be able to access any activity you want, as many times as you want, on your own schedule all day. If you're not interested in the activities, but just looking to use the scenery for cosplay, there will be an even cheaper Explore All Day Pass discounted for Yeticon attendees. Blue Mountain requires this pass to set up photo shoots on hiking trails or the putting course, but it also includes unlimited access to the gondola.
Right.
Of course, these will be purely optional. If you'd rather just enjoy the fun stuff of the Yeticon's exhibitor room has to offer, the price will only be $20 for the weekend. Okay.
What? Should we break that down?
Yeah.
There's a lot to break down in that paragraph.
Here.
That's the biggest paragraph, and it's honestly the one that's the... It
most
says
troubling.
everything. Honestly, it's saying that, okay, you guys want to do cosplay photos using the trail and all of that stuff, you have to pay. Now, of course, you've had to pay every year to go. But this is a little different.
There are people who do like the lobby con, right, where you just show up for the day. And
okay, that's true.
So
that's true.
this is trying to like out these guys too.
Monetize that, I guess.
Yeah.
But like Explore All Day Pass, like there's an Explore All Day Pass, guys. They're charging you money just to be on like their
property.
It is private property, so I get it to a degree. But like previously, Blue Mountain wasn't that anal, right? Like you didn't have they didn't ever checked anything, right? And if you had a Yeticon pass, that usually was like, okay, you can use the gondola during these hours.
Yeah,
or go to the rock climbing or their little roller coaster during certain hours for free.
Yeah.
Through Yeticon.
But that didn't happen this year, though.
Yeah, I remember. We'll get into that. We'll get into that. But what it's saying essentially is that you need 2 passes now. You need the Yeticon pass.
3 passes.
Potentially 3. You're going to have a lanyard or something. It's going to have your Yeticon pass, which actually only gives you one thing.
Dealer's room.
Access to the dealer's room.
Yeah.
So some people might start thinking, well, why pay for Yeticon at all? Just go and get the Play All Day Pass and forget the dealer's room. Like, the dealer's room, honestly, guys, is never been the draw of Yeticon.
No.
It's been all the other stuff.
Yeah.
Right? And removing panels. So let's back up just for a second. Are they saying they're not without saying it, are they saying that they're no longer going to be renting the convention center?
Yes.
Right? Is that like, we can't say for certain.
No, it is speculation.
But based on
at this point,
we should preface that this is speculation, but it sounds like they're not getting the convention center at all.
Yeah.
Right? That they're gonna have a dealer's room, aka the exhibitors area.
Yeah.
No panels.
Nope.
And you can buy a Play All Day Pass, which is something Blue Mountain already has.
Yeah.
You don't need Yeticon to get the Play All Day Pass.
You get a discount, but this is a very interesting development because what is a convention?
Convention,
if not for like panelists, guests, all that.
Those
stuff.
are all the main things that make it a convention, right?
Yeah.
You compare it to Colossal Con, they also have all of the activity stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But they seem to have a better relationship with their host, where it's like it's all like one package.
Right.
At least far as I understand. I could be mistaken, so if I am, correct me in the comments. But I mean, here it looks like everything is segregated, I guess. You know, you're gonna have your Play All Day Pass, or your Explore All Day Pass, which is through Blue Mountain, but Yeticon will give you like a discount code or something, and then you're gonna have your Yeticon Pass to enjoy the dealer's area. Right. And
so, I mean, is the dealer's area going to be the only safe space for cosplayers at this point?
Mm-hmm.
That's
a big thing to speculate on, because there's not a lot of details. Right?
Yeah.
So it's hard to really know.
Yeah.
You're talking about 4 paragraphs here. Most of them say nothing.
So let's continue reading and then we'll chat a little bit more. So it says, Yeticon discounted room booking will be available tomorrow, November 25th at 5 p.m. And there have been some updates on Blue Mountain's end there as well. Rooms booked with the Yeticon code will have 1 night deposit charged up front.
Right. This is the money portion.
However, there will be no cancellation penalty whatsoever on those rooms until 7 days before arrival. So Yeticon...
You can cancel.
Yeah. So Blue Mountain has a very interesting no refund policy that if you...
That's been their policy in the past, right?
Yeah, it's always been their policy, but that seems a little bit sketchy. So essentially what happens is instead of being like, oh, I need to, like, I'm not able to come or something like that, they'll say, that's okay, we'll hold your money until next year.
Yes.
This seems illegal, but okay. So it says, then just to finish off. Although we're stepping away from our traditional programming for 2023, we are thrilled to be able to announce Yeticon's continuation, the massive improvements for activity access for 2023.
Debatable whether this is an improvement or massive downgrade. Because previously, the raves.
Yeah, let's bring up the program if you don't mind. So just for this year, okay. This was like a little hiccup in 2022, just because this was hard to load for some reason. It was very hard to load.
Yeah, the PST.
The PST. Okay. Anyway, so here's the program. I'm just gonna rapid fire some of these, right? We had Sailor Moon Jeopardy, 3D printing, cosplay tips, choreography for 8-bit music, anime
burlesque.
Oh, that's right. This is the burlesque one. That's right. Anime face-off, armor and cosplay design, Bear Sailor Moon, Intimate Interactive. This guy's great.
Cosplay as a business, cosplay for beginners, cosplay photography essential crash course, cosplay portfolio building. Like, this goes on and on and on.
Crafting and chilling and Q&As.
Disney karaoke, drink and draw, no drawing experience required. I remember that one, actually. They did Sonic fan art or something.
Ghost Girl Goods.
Ghost Girl Goods. You're wearing a Ghost Girl Goods.
I went and I was in that fashion show and I wore this. And they're LARPing 101, JoJo Red Light Green Light. That was
we went to that
fun.
too.
we did so much of this.
So all of this is most of what we did at the convention.
I mean, there's 3 other pages of
more programming, right? LARP. I even forgot about this. LARP, no more LARP stuff.
Yeah, there was the Game Board Cafe.
The Game Board Cafe. Nice. There was the video game room.
Yeah.
There was, it just goes on and on and on.
Fan fiction. There was a lot
the
here.
VTuber panel, we went to that one.
Yeah, we did, yeah.
TikTok for cosplayers.
We went to that one too.
Oh my god, that guy was the worst though.
That was, we did a little parody skit on our channel if you want to take a look back. But anyways, the point we're trying to make is,
that's most of what a convention is made up of, right? Is these chances to... Okay, so without all those things, sometimes it's hard to meet people at conventions.
Yes.
You're kind of just in your own lane. Where you're where am I going with my group of friends, if you even brought a group of friends?
Right.
So these panels are part of what breeds healthy community, but also the opportunity to interact with someone that you might not otherwise interact with.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Because everyone is kind of in their own lane. They don't want to bother other people, especially if they're introverts. They're I don't want to bother people.
Right.
Even though those other people may be okay with being bothered. That's just the nature of how people behave.
Yeah.
Right. So, you're getting rid of all this, even the 404 stuff.
The tea parties.
This is all stuff that took place. Summer Arcade, the J-pop group.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so here's Ridge Runner. These are the things. Okay, so guys, here's a better way to look at it. I don't know what's happening in the exhibitor room. They were very unclear. Maybe the exhibitor room's gonna have everything jam-packed in there, such as the J-pop performances and stuff, but I don't believe it unless they say it, right? Right now, all I see is, here's activities and performances. 404s. Well, they don't have a room to perform in anymore. Build and Chill Blanket Forts.
That was fun.
They don't have a room for that anymore. The Canopy Climb Net Adventure. Okay, so that's actually Village at the Blue. I mean, maybe here's a better way to look at it. Anything that's at Village at the Blue, which means in the public square, right?
That's something already existing.
Something that is already at Blue Mountain, which is generally not the reason you're going.
Yeah.
Right? You're like
I'm not driving 3 hours to do mini putt.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. They have mini putt and they have a wall climb. It's like, dude, there's ones in Toronto, there's ones in Hamilton, there's ones in Oakville. Go to any of those.
Yeah.
You do not need to drive 3 hours to do wall climbing.
Yeah.
Right?
So I mean,
Kauai Base at the pool.
Yeah, like
maybe
the dance
they'll
parties.
still have that. Maybe they'll still have. I don't know. Maybe that'll be part of the play all day pass. You need a play all day pass to get access to the pool.
Possible.
Because otherwise, yeah, in the past, right, Yeticon had access to the pool.
Yes.
Whereas now they're saying it's like, yeah, you need a play all day pass to access
anything.
Yeticon, or not
site.
Yeticon, Blue Mountain stuff.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like, okay.
Oh, that barbecue. That was
the barbecue.
That
was terrible.
That was just like we named a burger after Yeticon and it's $23. You're like,
that was brutal.
what?
I couldn't believe that. We have the Pikachu burger, $23, and I was like, peace out, buddy. Let's go down and get some pizza.
Yeah, some of it.
Tea Party, that's gone.
Yeah, that tea party's gone.
Nerdy Burlesque, that's gone.
Gonna be gone, yeah.
Open showcase for cosplay, gone.
Yeah.
Performances in the ballroom, gone. Peep show, teaser show, gone.
The aquatic
Access
center.
to the aquatic center. Maybe you need the play all day pass for that.
Yeah.
Arcade J-pop performance, gone.
Yeah.
Ridge Runner mountain coaster. That's something that's already there though.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, that's not, guys, believe it or not, most people, and if Yeticon's watching this, I hope they do. Most people are not traveling to Blue Mountain for Ridge Runner.
For Blue Mountain stuff.
For Blue Mountain.
We're coming
I'm
for
not
you,
going. I'm not
right?
actually going because I care about Blue Mountain at all.
Yeah.
I don't give two shits about Blue Mountain. I
What?
just host it on a beach at this point, guys.
You know what
just rent a private beach area because it'd be equivalent, right? If you're getting rid of all of the panels and everything, then you might as well just be like, yeah, $5 a person, come to this private beach, we rent it for the day, right?
That's actually a pretty good idea.
I don't know. Like, what do you even say?
Well,
I don't even know what to say.
I'm going to be totally honest with you guys. I am not blaming Yeticon at all.
Yeah.
Because I really think Blue Mountain had nefarious intentions from what we've been hearing.
Yeah, okay, so I guess we can get into the nitty gritty, the rumors that I heard like 6 months ago, but we just didn't put a video out about it because I didn't know if it would be appropriate. Right.
But based on what we're seeing now.
But based on what's happening now, it's pretty obvious that there is some truth to it. And it essentially goes like this.
The pandemic
COVID happened. Yeticon had already put down their money for renting the place in 2020. 2020 was when COVID started, right?
Yeah.
So they had already put down money in 2020 to hold the
event
there. Now, obviously, we all know what happened.
Government regulations dictated we were not allowed to meet.
Yes.
In large groups.
And for a long time. For 2 years, basically, right? But by the end of 2020, it still didn't look good. So 2021 was also postponed.
Yes.
And that brought us to 2022. Now, 2022...
everyone's feeling the financial
everyone's feeling everyone's feeling the financial pinch of now we're in a recession practically.
Yes.
And Yeticon was basically asked by Blue Mountain fork over some more money because it's 2022 inflation, etc.
Yes.
And that there was a lot of hostility there where it was like they had already paid for the event, but there was some tension there with Blue Mountain where they're like, we want more money.
Right.
Even though you're already booked.
Right.
Because of current year.
We held on to your money for 2 years and now we want more of it.
Yeah. Which is the exact same theme as Blue Mountain in general, which has always been greed.
Right.
Dudes, they by nature, they're greedy. They're selling timeshares, right? That's what Blue Mountain basically is a bunch of timeshares.
Yes.
like condo type things, right? Which is in itself like a scam.
Yes.
Like you look into timeshares, you'll know it's a scam. You're essentially buying like time, right? Time at a hotel
that you're only going to visit once a year. So instead of you just renting it once a year,
you're going to split the mortgage with like
12 other people.
Yeah. So that you and these 12 other people, 12 other families can own this one condo and each have chunks of time, right? Yes. You book through, I guess, Blue Mountain's website.
Yeah.
Right? And then the ones that aren't spoken for are rent to the people. Right. That's essentially Blue Mountain's whole scheme. Yeah. Right? It's all about timeshares. They don't have a lot of incentive to upgrade their facilities because essentially most of the timeshares are already spoken for.
Right. Exactly.
They just need to maintain it and then get more people to come spend money at the pubs and restaurants.
Right. And whatnot. Exactly. So, I mean, do they have Yeticon's best interest in mind? Very much not.
No, they don't.
Exactly.
All they care about is getting your butt there, which is why they're forcing the play all day pass.
Yes, that's right.
Because more money for Blue Mountain, less money for the people running the con.
And who rightly deserve it. I mean, this is a lot of hard work, a lot of programming.
Yeticon is what's getting your butt in the car or bus and up there.
Yes.
It is not Blue Mountain.
No.
But Blue Mountain is essentially putting them in like almost in an extortion position where it's like, if you want to keep having your convention, you're going to give us more money.
Right.
Right. And Yeticon is kind of, not completely, but kind of cemented as the one that's at Blue Mountain.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, how do you divorce them and be like, Yeticon is its own thing that can move somewhere else?
Yes.
And still be Yeticon.
Right.
Right? Because Yeticon is all about the experience of being
outdoors,
more outdoorsy, more laid back compared to traditional conventions, which can, not always, but can feel very claustrophobic, stressful, or like crunched in. Like you've got 10,000 people in a 1,000 person area.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
And Yeticon is not that at all, which is actually part of what we liked about it.
Yeah.
Right? So now you're getting rid of almost all of that and being like, essentially, what is Yeticon?
Yeah.
What is Yeticon if you don't have any of the stuff that fosters a community?
Right.
You just have Yeticon is your discount code to go to Blue Mountain.
Right. Exactly.
Right? Like, is that essentially what they're not 100% clear, and we're not going to know until they clarify.
Right.
But if you were to go based on what we know, it's like everything's off. The panels are gone. Everything's gone. They don't have any space. All they have is you're going to get a discount code by wearing your Yeticon badge to get the play all day pass.
Yeah. And the sucky part is Blue Mountain doesn't care. They don't give a crap about us. Like they're just,
all they care about is getting more people up there.
Yeah.
Because who the heck wants to go 3 hours away?
Yeah.
Who the heck wants to drive to Blue Mountain? Not a lot of people.
No.
Like if you do the math, I bet you it's less than 5% of people want to drive 3 hours to go to Blue Mountain. It's like, people will go there because it's pretty. But when you remove everything that was the draw, which is the community part of it, it's like, okay, are the raves gone?
It sounds like it. Unless they have an illegal one in the parking lot, like the U-Haul ones. That's
what are those guys' name? Annie Maple?
Yes.
I think. Yes.
That's right.
Gonna have to bring them out.
Yeah. So it's just a little confusing. I mean, obviously more clarity is needed. It kind of hurts, right? Like when you see like a convention kind of starting to disintegrate, right? I mean, we don't want that to happen. This was one of the best cons ever.
This is the best con, in my personal opinion.
And we always sing their praises like every single year.
So it sucks. It sucks that it's all the stuff that made it awesome sounds like it's going away.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then even the other stuff, like you'd see like the LARPing groups and stuff. And be like, oh, that's cool. Like good for them for, having a section for that. That's gone too?
I mean, you can probably do it like without
permission.
Yeah.
Without the permission. And
permission
then you have to answer to
the public.
Blue Mountain security.
Yeah.
And whether you're doing something that is dangerous, in their perspective, right? You know, because you're no longer protected by, I'm part of the con and this is a con event.
Yeah.
It's now like, I'm doing LARPing here, and is it okay? I don't know. Maybe I'll get run off the park by security. Who deems that my foam sword is dangerous.
Right, exactly.
Or that other people feel endangered by it.
Yeah, also possible.
Then, like I was saying, way back, you have the issue of, okay, are the normies gonna basically at this point ruin it?
Right.
Because there already is a little bit of like hostility, feelings of not being comfortable.
Yes. When
you should feel very comfortable at a convention.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like a safe space, right? You're in a costume, like you're in unfamiliar territory with strangers. Like you want to feel safe and secure, and by not having like any sort of building where there's like sanctuary, it seems a little bit maybe not comfortable.
Yeah, I feel like in the past, we spent at least 50% of our time at the convention portion of Yeticon.
Yeah.
Right? At least that's how I see it, is that yes, we did go out and we went to like the events, especially the pool events. We went to those events.
Those are so much fun. Yeah.
But like, even when we had the option to go to the Ridge Racer coaster, we were just like, whatever, I don't care. Like, I don't want to get in line. I don't want to stand in line for like 2 hours, roasting hot, dealing with all that. I'm just like, whatever. I think in all the years, I never went on the coaster at all.
No, we didn't. We went on the gondola once. That was during the time where you can go on the gondola.
And guys, even the gondola is very mediocre. You ride it up there. Unless you're going there to do photo shoots specifically, there's no reason to basically go up at all. You go up and say, whoa, I could see the lake. Then you say, well, time to leave because there's nothing to do up here.
Yeah.
Other than to go down it. It's a ski hill, right?
Yeah,
so the whole point is to go down the hill.
Yeah.
And since you can't even do that, you're just like, well, guess I'll go back on the gondola and go back down to the town square area.
Right.
So,
So like even like the petting part, like the petting zoo lady, like that's probably not gonna be able to be there. Like if we're not allowed access to the property but only very limited, it's gonna be really uncomfortable. So I'm not sure how they're gonna handle this, and Yeticon's pretty much been put between a rock and a hard place when it comes to Blue Mountain and wanting more
it's
money.
Almost on the verge. I'm not gonna say it is, but it's almost on the verge of they've been extorted into this position.
Yeah.
Right. They're in a position where they're like, okay, now we have to concede to Blue Mountain.
Right, exactly.
Right. A lot of the speak you hear is kind of corporate speak of, and I know the Blue Mountain people are not Blue Mountain. Yeticon, the Yeticon runners, operators are not like nasty people.
They're not. They're
not
really
at all,
not.
right? But a lot of the wording here is like very like, this is gonna be a better experience for you. And it's like, yeah, the same way, like, it's worded kind of in the same way that like some like company with like a DLC pass is like, this is better experience. You're getting more access to things. And it's like, yeah, but that's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted. Yeah, I've got more access to the roller coaster that you didn't want in the first place. More access to the rock climbing that you didn't want in the first place.
Right.
More access to, I don't know, the fucking walking on the trails, which weren't being charged in the first place.
Yeah.
More access to, like, I don't know, what else is there at the mini putt. More access to the paddle boats in the mini putt, which you weren't going to use in the first place. More access to things you didn't want at the cost of the things you did want.
Yeah.
Right? That's essentially what this paragraph says. It's like, yeah, you're getting access to all these awesome things and you guys should be hyped and it's going to be cheaper, but all the things you actually did want are not going to be here anymore.
Yeah, it's a little confusing.
I'll let you speak. That's my
that's
my passionate take on it.
That's okay. No, it's okay. I mean, like, guys, please don't think we hate Yeticon. We absolutely love it. Like, it is one of our favorite conventions we look forward to every year. This is like our vacation. It's Yeticon.
It really is.
It's
every year we look forward to Yeticon because it's our
sanctuary.
Our vacation away from normal life.
Yeah.
Normal, stressful life.
Exactly. Yeah. So to see this kind of turn into this, I mean, look, guys, I'm drinking out of my Yeticon cup.
Ah, that's hilarious.
Like, no joke. Like, Yeticon is such like an important part of my life. Like, that to see it kind of starting to crumble.
And this happens to all the good cons.
It really
right?
does.
It does because it becomes more money oriented. As time goes on.
Yeah.
Maybe no choice of Yeticon. Right?
I really don't put blame on the Yeticon people just because like they just seem like salt of the earth great people. But it's unfortunate for us that this is going to happen.
Yeah, the con goer loses.
Right.
The corporation that is Blue Mountain wins.
Of course, corporations always win.
That's who wins here. Is we lose. More money's gonna go not to the con runners, but to Blue Mountain.
Yeah.
Right? Blue Mountain's the one who wins here.
Right.
Because they've successfully beaten down Yeticon to be like, all right, we're not gonna be able to afford the convention hall area.
Yeah.
Through what this is speculation.
All speculation.
I mean, maybe this is speculation giving Yeticon the benefit of the doubt. I don't think they would shut down the convention area if they didn't have to.
Right, I agree.
Right? Otherwise, it's very weird decision making. Like, I don't know. They don't have a board. I assume it's just a couple people that are like, hey, let's do this, right? Mm-hmm. This is how we're going to run it next year.
Yeah.
I don't think they would come to the decision, let's shut down the thing that is con, right?
Yeah.
Like, what is a convention if you remove everything that makes it a convention? Right? It's more of just like Yeticon Dealer Room 2023. Right?
Yeah. I mean, even if they do have a space sectioned off for like maybe one or two offs.
Maybe the exhibitor room will have a stage where they have rolling performances. But even that, they didn't say that, guys. So you're giving them the benefit of the doubt.
Right, exactly.
Then they never said anything about the raves. So we all know the people love the raves. We saw it last year.
Yep.
They're not going to have room for that. If the exhibitor's room has shops, then they need security to keep people from, going into those shops during the times when the shop owners aren't there.
Right.
Like they used to just lock the exhibitor's room and be like, nobody can come in here.
Right.
The dealer's area, right?
Yeah, that's right.
So now you're talking about, okay, so even if they just had the one room where the dealers are and nothing else, it's like, okay, well, where are all the performance going to happen? In that room? Well, if it is, they didn't say that.
No, it's very unclear. And it's probably very unclear to them as well because, like, I'm not sure if they were given a lot of options. Like you said, we're giving the benefit of the doubt. We really don't know. The only way we're going to know is if you guys tell us in the comments. Okay, so,
yeah, I guess at this point we can start wrapping up. We've kind of talked in circles for a little bit. Essentially, it's very sad because this is what makes Yeticon great was the convention portion.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's just a dealer's room. I gotta tell you guys, your dealer's room is terrible compared to Anime North. And Anime North's dealer room also is terrible, right?
Because, like, the dealers aren't... That's become very corporate, too. The dealers aren't dealers anymore.
There's no
deals to be had.
It is paid retail price, which I could just get off Amazon. And to my door.
Right.
Exactly. I don't have to drive 3 hours away for it. So the dealer's room in general has almost no... I wonder if that is how these cons stay afloat, is through getting money from the dealers.
Very likely.
Even like Anime North or like Fan Expo, because it's like they're charging, I know like Anime North charges like $400, $500 for a table, maybe even more. Right? And it's like, okay, well, that's a huge chunk combined with the passes to pay for their, renting the space. Right. But if you're like just a person, you're better off going on Buy or any of those online sites and ordering the anime figures or merchandise that you want directly to your home with like near no shipping, lower prices. Like I saw a Taiga from Toradora figure for like $200. I'm like,
we are not sponsored by any of these places. But
I didn't even mention that many of them, but you better to go to any of those than to like be like, I'm gonna buy the figure at the convention because you're not gonna get a good deal. That's just, it relies 100% on like a FOMO, right? Like fear of missing out. Like the whole idea that I'm gonna see that and I'm gonna make an impulse purchase because maybe I'll never find this thing ever again.
Right.
Yeah. Sorry, I guess I got on a rant there.
That's okay.
Dealer's room in general are not great. So if it's become dealer's room, the convention, plus corporate meddling, it's like what's left of the convention. They never said anything about there being rave still. They never said anything about there being J-pop, burlesque. Yeah. All the things that made it what it was.
Yeah. I mean, and like one of the fun parts of like Yeticon were just like, you know, like kind of like everything was all like in one place, right? So like, say for example, if you got drunk at the rave, you could just kind of stumble back to your room and it was fun. You know what I mean?
Too. I didn't even mention that. Yeah.
So like that's yeah. So I mean, like, would this convention work in any other venue?
Maybe not. Right?
Yeah.
I'm sure there's got to be some place somewhere else that they can run a convention that is more feasible. You know, their convention is kind of like taking, if you remember the convention Atomic Lollipop.
I do, yes.
Right, which was like this outdoors kind of like
the Woodstock of anime.
And that was run by Anime North, right?
It was.
And it was like a convention where you could just come and hang out, and it was really super casual.
Yeah.
They had rides and stuff like
and
that.
Music and so much fun.
They took that concept and smashed it together with like Colossal Con, and then smashed it together with Blue Mountain, and are like this amazing thing they created.
It was, yeah.
And people are like, this is amazing.
Then
it's like, okay, now we're gonna take away all those things that you liked about it, and it is now just Blue Mountain with a sticker slapped on it that says Yeticon.
You can dress in cosplay, but people will judge you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Essentially that. So yeah, I think that's probably where we can wrap it, unless you have anything specific you want to say.
No, I mean, we'd like some more clarification. I mean, obviously this news just came out today. I'm sure more news is going to come out soon.
Yeah.
But we wanted to make, first of all, we wanted to make a video about our con experience this year, which was great. But also now seeing this news, it kind of brings to light that all the things we loved are going away.
And there will be a Play All Day Pass that you get a discount code for, and there'll be a Explore All Day Pass if you don't need the rides and you just want to walk around on the trails. And it's like, okay, well,
guess we'll see you on the putting green.
So is there gonna be like some jerks that are assigned to walk around and make sure you have a pass in order to do a photograph? Like, is that what's gonna happen? Is I'm gonna be on a hiking trail trying to take a photo?
Some guy's like, wait a second.
Hang on a second. Do you have the Explore All Day Pass? Whereas in the past, it was just like, yeah, go ahead.
It's like, this is the wilderness.
You obviously paid to come here to be at the convention.
Yeah, or at least paid for parking to be here. Like, there's
you paid for parking, which should cover your
entry
into walking around the premise. Otherwise, what's the purpose of parking?
Yeah.
It's like $20 or $20 plus a day to park there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, that's a completely valid point I didn't even think of is, you're paying to park there. What other purpose would there be other than to use the trails?
Right.
If nothing else, you paid to park there. You should have access to the trails for free because you're paying to be present.
No, you pay for just the parking spot.
Yeah, I just paid for my car to occupy the gravel so I could stand beside my car and get back in and leave.
You got it.
Right? Not because I wanted to explore any of the location.
Yeah.
I don't know, guys. It just sounds like an absolute cluster. It makes me kind of sad hearing all this.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to say. Lydia?
All right, guys. Let us know in the comments below. What do you think of this new news of November 24th? Are we misunderstanding? Is there something that we're missing? Let us know in the comments. If you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. Give us a like and a share. Likes are very important for my channel. It's because our tiny channel exposure, and we need your help to defeat corporate greed. So like our stuff.
Timeshares.
Exactly. If you don't follow us on Twitter, our handle is you are Dorkalicious, and I also stream live weekly on Twitch on twitch.tv/super_Dorkalicious on Tuesdays and Thursdays, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, guys, it's been Lydia.
I'm Kenny G.
And it was fun dorking out with you. Bye.
Bye.
Hey guys, this is Lydia. If you like what you see, hit that like button as it helps our channel gain exposure. Also consider smashing subscribe. If you like our content, it would really mean a lot and helps our channel grow. If you want to interact with us, leave a comment down below or follow us on Twitch at super_Dorkalicious. We'll see you next time.